Well, when was the last time that you watched a jet leave a trail of white overhead and wondered what's in that plume, whether it's something to enjoy or maybe even something to be afraid of?
News 10's Dave Marquis joins us with a look at two very different views.
This is a picture that I took in November in Rockland.
This is quite a common plume over Mendocino County.
Are they the simple vapor trails left by modern jet engines?
And then it left this burst.
Or something to be feared, a menacing conspiracy gone global?
The question that needs to be asked is, what are they spraying and why?
And we had these beautiful deep blue skies.
To Mendocino County resident Rosalind Peterson, founder of the website California Skywatch, the expanding plumes over the county began in the late 80s.
Something happened where the big jets began to start to leave these huge plumes that expanded over time.
Whose jets are they?
It has to have some military basis.
I feel that it's absolutely intentional.
Salesman and Lodi resident Andrew Liebig has his own theories gleaned from websites and his own photos of trails above the valley skies.
Maybe these chemtrails have something to do with geoengineering the planet to combat global warming.
Or perhaps worse, he wonders, a secret program spraying chemicals that could be compromising human health.
Why our immune systems are being lowered, I don't know the answer to that. A lot of people.
A quick search of the internet turns up thousands of photos, videos, and conspiracy theories. But to Peterson, the most likely scenario is military research to control the weather.
These emissions we do need to keep our eye on.
To UC Davis atmospheric science professor Ian Faluna, the debate over contrails is a lot less dramatic.
There's nothing inherently evil about a contrail. We know why it forms.
As part of a NASA research project on jet contrails in the 90s, Faluna studied their impact on the atmosphere.
And it was hard to even see what the climate impact was of these small contrails.
You can see that
Peterson believes studies by NASA and other agencies she's reviewed on contrails have proven just the opposite.
That they produce these man-made clouds that exacerbate global warming, change the climate, and negatively impact natural resources.
They act in a certain way like a greenhouse gas.
Faluna says research shows ice crystals and spreading contrails do contribute slightly to global warming, but he has difficulty imagining a government bureaucracy pulling off a secret global climate change program.
I'm always a little bit suspicious because the government doesn't seem that capable to do something on such a large scale, you know?
It's actually sent.
But Liebig says the U.S. atom bomb project in World War II did exactly that.
The Manhattan Project had 300,000 people working on it for over a decade, and it was kept secret.
All the NATO countries, I think, are involved because...
To Peterson, who's addressed a United Nations conference on contrails, having her views discounted, even ridiculed, is nothing new.
The official stance of the Air Force is that any talk about the jets is a conspiracy theory or an internet hoax.
So a lot of things...
Faluna believes climatologists around the world would have quickly picked up on any major effort to geoengineer the atmosphere, and he points to other causes of contrails besides jet aircraft.
Marine engines are a lot dirtier, known to be a lot dirtier.
These vapor signatures were left by ships off the California coast.
Looking for a few people in some high office that might be doing things, it's hard to imagine that they're doing nearly as much as the 6 billion other people.
In the meantime, they're up there for all to see. To some, a sinister warning. To others, crystals of ice. Now, for her part, Rosalind Peterson believes government agencies and the military have persuaded elected officials, for the most part, that she and others who are worried about contrails are simply conspiracy theorists. And it's interesting, Dale and Christina, this is of interest not just in this country, but European countries and, frankly, all over the world. A lot of folks interested in it.
Well, Dave, you mentioned that climatologists and others who study the atmosphere believe that they'd be able to surely spot any kind of signs of an ominous plot.
Well, that's very controversial too, but climate researchers do say that there is all kinds of work going on around the world, research extensive databases that are updated regularly, and that even something relatively small scale would have a very good chance of being quickly spotted. And they say that they would raise scientists to serious objections if they even got a hint that some kind of major project like this was underway.
But they think there has been an impact to some extent on the climate.
Yeah, a little bit on global warming. The research seems to show that.
Interesting.
All right, Dave, thanks.
Thanks, Dave.
As you can tell, definitely two sides to this story, and we've included more in-depth information from both sides on our website. Just go to news10.net, click on the lead story at the top of our homepage. You can find a link to the website California Skywatch and read more about their research into chemtrails. We've also included a link to an explanation from the U.S. Air Force that gives a scientific explanation about why and how chemtrails are formed, or contrails. And please log on to our website on chemtrails. Let us know what you think. We've already got a lot of great responses tonight. We'll use those comments and more tomorrow in our newscast.